on the evening. Not a bad day's work for NA players. And will we get an NA player on the mic before the graveyard shift, CP? How's this interview portion work?
Yeah, we're getting one right now, and we're going to give you an old reunion back to the Overwatch League days, Puckett. It's going to be you and Hydration, and of course the rest of us, but reunion tour.
Hydration, welcome back. We have missed you. How are you, my friend?
What's up? I haven't seen you in so long.
Right? It's been since 2018, I believe. You've gone on to continue to be a great gamer. I've struggled in my career to stay relevant, but I landed on this show with DDK and ZP somehow, and they tell me you've had a team named after you. How long have you been the leader of your squad in NA?
I think it's like last October. Since then, so 10 months.
That's a long time for a game that's not even out yet. So tell me a little bit about your team and what is officially your role, because I asked them what heroes and characters you're playing, and they said all of them.
Yeah, I mean, we've had like so many roster changes, and every time we had a roster change, I would end up having to like fill a new gap in like hero pools. And recently, that gap has been just the frontline heroes, so I just play like Mo, Abrams, Warden, and some other like tanky heroes. And every once in a while, I can like maybe get away with like playing something else.
Do the
like
tanky guys still give you dopamine? We still getting those hits?
Yeah, of course. It's even more fun in this game.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I got to ask Hydration, obviously, when you look at the series you just played, Game 2 is probably the one that a lot of people look at because you guys fell on the bad side of Game 2. I got to know, did the donation pressure from chat to play Billy play a role in the draft? And did you blame Billy for your loss in that game? Where does Billy fall on the blame? And did chat have a role in it?
I don't know what Game 2 you're talking about. But yeah, that Billy hero, I don't think it's playable. And in its current state, it might be the worst hero I've ever seen. Like I played
Prove
some
us wrong, TikTok. What do you got?
I tried some like 2v2 before we came on stage here, and he just feels awful. Like the character does no damage, and his whole gimmick is like meleeing, but you get kited so hard that you can't even melee. But who knows? Maybe there's potential somewhere.
Makes sense. Well, I gotta ask, how, like Bucket said, you've been in the scene since the very beginning with Deadlock, and you've been leading this team, and went through thick and thin. We don't see the same amount of players. What has it been like for you to see this particular update? Because I know for me, I'm just pretty blown away by the amount that's been added and what has been changed. Like, are you enjoying the new update, everything that's been brought? How do you feel about the direction of the changes? Whether it's the rejuve or just how the itemization works. Like, where are you at on all of that?
I think it's amazing. The devs have done an outstanding job on this. Visually, it looks fucking beautiful. The gameplay, like the new mid-boss, it is way better than anything else we've had so far. It may be a little bit too strong, but as far as like punching it and having to like steal it, it doesn't feel so swingy as before. And I mean, these new heroes, like maybe they need to be buffed a little bit, maybe not, but their kits are all really fun so far. So yeah.
Hydration, I asked this question to Listic, our EU champion for Virtus Pro, earlier in the day. For anyone who is watching Deadlock for the first time, they saw one of my tweets or they're coming over from a different community. What drew you to this game as a professional player on other titles? What brought you to Deadlock?
One of my friends invited me back in May last year, and I looked at the game and I was like, it's a MOBA. Like, I don't want to play this. But then like 2 weeks later, I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And I haven't stopped playing since.
So what about the MOBA mechanics did you have to learn as an FPS player? And what do you think other people might be intimidated by that they shouldn't be?
Like the biggest thing you gotta learn about is just like where to be on the map at all times. That's like probably the hardest thing about this game. And it's something that will come with like just practice and just playing more and more, and eventually it'll become like second nature to you.
Final question. Is there an IGL on every squad, and are you that player for your team right now?
I'm not sure about other teams, but like on our team, we kind of everyone like does their part for the most part.
And who called for the lane swap that last game?
Last game? Was there a lane swap in the last game?
At the very beginning. Yeah, you guys did the swap between mid lane, the right lane, or at least right lane from our perspective. I think it would have been right for yours, but yeah, you guys swapped with mid lane.
It
No
might have been average
worries.
then. I don't remember.
Yeah, AVG
it wasn't my
average,
lane,
making
so
the calls. It wasn't his lane. Hydra
Yeah.
was already taking care of business at the front. That's what Hydration does. Hydration, thank you so much for joining the show. You are a legend. It is great to see you still winning no matter what title you pick up.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That is Hydration from Hydra Nation. They just banked 700 of your guys' dollars. Thank you for the contributions here to Night Shift episode 2. And